It's a given that I love to cook and I love to share my food and my recipes with friends and family. But for me, my personal dessert in all of this foodie community is actually getting to meet some of my online foodie friends one-on-one. And when I do, I'm just like over the moon with happiness. Well, a different kind of happiness came to my home this week. I got a visit from Dorothy, the traveling swirly pan. Dorothy was sent off originally by Jenny Fields in May of 2013, along with her traveling companion Toto. Now, it's been a while because we are sitting here end of August in 2015. This book has been filled with recipes that have been created in Dorothy over the last year and a half. I cannot wait to sit down and read every one of these and get to know a number of new foodie friends. Don't pay any attention to the little feed over there. I'm not sure what happened. That's just the box that Dorothy and Toto arrived in. I will be putting my own recipe into Toto along with photographs, and I'll get back to you when I have it done to show you what I've done. But in the meantime, enjoy and look forward to having a visit from Dorothy and Toto yourself. Okay, I have read every single recipe that Toto had to offer. There were more chocolate cakes than anything else. Second was lemon, and third was apple. Well, I couldn't really decide what to do. I was telling my son about this whole project, and he just jumped up and said, "Oh my God, Mom, you've got to do your apple cinnamon cake. That's the best in the whole world." So guess what? I'm going to be making an apple cinnamon cake. Normally it would be 2 apples, but since these are so large, I'm just going to use 1.5. Once your apple is peeled, you just want to chop it into pieces that are about the size of a pea. I've got all my apple pieces cut and in a bowl. What I did was I drizzled lemon juice on top of it, the juice of 1 lemon, and I put the zest in there from that lemon also. Keeps your apples nice and light colored. They don't turn brown, and the lemon adds a zip to the cake. I've got 3 eggs at room temperature. I'm just separating the whites from the yolks. And I like them at room temperature because then your egg whites will beat up a little bit stiffer than if they're cold. So I also always drop my whites into a separate bowl before I add them into the other whites, simply because if I accidentally mess up and break a yolk into the whites, I'm only ruining 1 egg, not all the ones that I'm planning on beating. I have 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. I'm going to put in my big mixing bowl. This recipe is so easy that I don't even use Stella, my KitchenAid, on this one. I just do it by hand. It's just that easy. Next in goes melted butter, and I have in this bowl 1 stick of butter that I melted, and I let it cool. I don't like to use it when it's really hot right out of the microwave. So just sat at room temperature for a few minutes. I've got 1.5 cups of self-rising flour in this bowl, and to that I am adding 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Then I'm going to add the flour into our sugar and our eggs and our butter. Little by little, just stir it in. It's a very stiff cake dough. Before the egg whites go in, my apples, my lemon juice, lemon zest, and our walnuts are going to get mixed in. Time to beat those egg whites into nice stiff peaks. Our stiff egg whites are going in 1/3 at a time, and just kind of do nice big swirly motions. After all, this is a traveling swirly cake pan that we're going to be using. It actually helps the egg whites incorporate without smushing them. Last third is going in. A few nice circular motions. So our cake batter is gone from being extremely stiff to being very workable. I have got Dorothy, the swirly bunt pan, and now I'm going to fill her with this cake mix. Now, I've never done an apple cake with chunks in it in a swirly pan before, so this is a bit of an experiment. But I know that Dorothy is well educated in cake baking, and I have complete faith that she is going to steer me right through this process. Okay, so I always like to tap my cakes good and proper on the counter to get out any big air bubbles. Now Dorothy is ready for a 350-degree oven for right about 1 hour. Ooh, okay, cake came out of the oven 10 minutes ago. I wanted to let it cool for just a little bit before I took it out of the pan, and it's coming off beautifully. Ooh, thank you, Dorothy. Wow, look at that. Is that gorgeous? Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my God, I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. This cake, oh, the fragrance, the whole house smells absolutely marvelous. I am just cutting a lemon in half. I am going to squeeze the lemon juice through my fingers. That way I don't get any seeds in the little lemon glaze that we're gonna be making. Okay, that ended up being 1 cup of powdered sugar with the juice of 1 lemon. It makes a nice thin glaze for the top of the cake. This is not a frosting, it's a glaze. I'm just drizzling this on while the cake is nice and warm. It's gonna actually soak really into the cake. You're not gonna see it that much. It's just kind of a surprise element once you bite into the cake. I wish you all could be here to share this with me. As I suspected, Dorothy knew exactly what she was doing when she was taking care of my apple cinnamon cake while in the oven. We're done, it's glazed, it's landed on the Wicked Witch. And now I am going to do my recipe, take a photograph, put it into Toto, box it up, and send it on to the next one. Thanks for visiting, guys. I'll see you soon. Ciao.